The ratio of worms to food scraps is 2 to 1. For a 3-week period, I weighed my food scraps and I registered the weight every week. Then I divided that total by 3. That gave me a number for my weekly amount of food scraps. I divided that number by 7, which gave me a daily number. I generate approximately half a pound a day. So, according to the worm to food waste ratio, I would want a full pound of worms to process my half a pound of food. Here's the rub. Worms reproduce. They reproduce quickly. So even though the ratio is 2 to 1, it's a safer play to get half as many worms as you think you need. Give yourself room to grow. Be patient. Give them a few weeks to settle in. Watching the worms thrive and grow, watching the explosion, that's way more fun to me than just having it all at once. And it sets you up from the beginning to deal with your worms in a sustainable way.
If you would, please subscribe. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the content. It helps the channel get noticed. Thanks. 24 inches, 61 centimeters by 4 feet, 122 centimeters. According to the math, this is way more box than I need. It hasn't been difficult to satisfy it. If I had to guess on a number, I would say I put it maybe 400 worms into this box. And they're getting it done. So the point I'm trying to make here is go bigger if you wish. They will grow into it. And when their wiring tells them that they're out of room or that they've stretched their food source as thin as it can be stretched to sustain them, they will stop breeding. Better off with a box too large than a box too small. Some folks take a 5-gallon bucket and just drill the bottom and all the sides full of holes and then bury the bucket in their garden. And the worms in your garden will find it and they'll just come and go. They'll leave this bucket and go all throughout your garden. Small garden space. This is probably the path of least resistance. I can't really speak on plastic tubs. I use this for my seeds. But many folks use this as a starter bin. All of the nightmare videos where unhappy worms have escaped and are now all over the house. Seems like it's always been like this. This is a fence post. Tax and all, it was about $6 US. 8 of these would make a lovely box, including the lid. Of course, you would need to buy screws as well and hardware cloth to go underneath. But these fence posts are perfect. I got this stack of wood for nothing. There's a local architect and these are his end pieces. I haven't made any boxes out of this yet, but I used it to make this composting toilet. And I'm about to make boxes out of it. I'll have to pay for the wire and the screws, but otherwise, free box. I just love wooden boxes. The box that I'm using, I bought that material in 2015. It's been a planter box, it's been a vermicompost box, it's been multiple sizes. This one would also be a much easier system to step away from than some of the smaller plastic systems. My weekly average on food waste was 2.93 pounds, about 1.5 kilos. So according to the math, for every pound of food waste, you want 1 square foot of surface area. This box is 24 inches wide, and it needs to be at least 1 foot deep. This one is 16 inches. This is enough box to accommodate 3 pounds per week, even though this surface area would accommodate way more scraps than I currently feed it. What I'm putting in there seems to be enough to sustain it, and I have plenty of room to grow. I've been doing this since 2017, and I've tried a variety of methods. Full disclosure, I never used a plastic. The temperatures can be moderated. I see all perks with an outdoor box. No bugs, no pests. The box is already touching the ground, and it's adjacent to these elderberry trees. I'm already getting a soil food web cycle. See ya.